Greetings, witches, warlocks, and everyone in between. Welcome to my channel, Pterodactyl. I'm Zac, I'm a clairvoyant psychic, and I share my gift to bring out the best in yours. Welcome to your trick-or-treat reading. We're going to take a look at a trick, we're going to take a look at a treat, and there is one more lens that you will just have to figure out by choosing one of the piles. Today we have 4 to choose between. Before you do, make sure you make an effort to ground your energy, because when you ground your energy, it really does give us the best chance to link up in time and space so that I can pull through the most useful information for you. So take a couple deep breaths. I like to light a couple candles, maybe turn the lights down low. That'll look a little different for everyone, but once your energy's grounded, choose between the piles intuitively. And I will meet you at your reading. Hey, Pile 1. If no one has said it yet, let me be the first to say Happy Halloween. I hope you guys are doing so well. Happy Day of the Dead, Season of the Dead, happy spooky season. Any of these concepts, I hope they ring true for you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Speaking of spooky season, so we're going to take a look at a bunch of different lenses I have in our Halloween themed spread for you guys. The theme is overall trick or treat. We're going to look at something perhaps that's, got you fooled, some sort of gift, and we're going to take a look at other things as well. But the first thing I wanted to do was take a look at, and this little lens is called the costume. It's a bit deep. I know it's a bit deep, but I wanted to add something besides trick or treat. So what I'm taking a look at is, what do you desire? Deep down. Who do you want to be deep down? Underneath everything, underneath the surface. Okay, so you guys already have a card that came out, and it's a major arcana. It's the Devil. And when I just looked up from the set, I saw a yellow butterfly go by, and I heard you guys say, I just want to be free. And that really does describe a lot of the energy of this card. Okay, so it kind of depicts you guys in some aspect of your life feeling like boxed in or chained in. And there's this concept about just freeing yourself. Because if you look at these nymphs right here, the chain that goes around their necks is totally loose. It could completely just be pulled over their heads, right? And then they would be free of what the devil represents, which is like, self-limiting beliefs or addictions or concepts such as that. So it feels like you guys just literally want to be free to express anything. Everything is actually what I'm hearing. Everything about yourself, without limitations, without fears, without there's just this concept coming through Pile 1 of just, needing to be yourself at all costs. Just like, wear what you want to wear, say what you want to say. It doesn't matter if it offends some individuals, is your energy. That's what I'm picking up on. If you want to wear all black, if you want to talk about occult things, if you want to practice blood rituals and things such as this. Didn't say, YouTube, that I support that notion, but I'm just, picking up on that's kind of like what I get for you guys. You just want to be a free-spirited individual, and sometimes you have darker kinks. Cool. That's fine. No one here going to judge that. Now, let's get some more information. Domination. Yeah, it really picks up on... I've never seen this card. Sexy. Never seen this. Wow. Okay. So we have Mars in the sign of Sagittarius, and domination is coming through. Very curious. What I'm picking up on most is like this scroll, but with this kind of like black moon coming up. We've got a big cross going on right here. We have the Antichrist with the devil concept going on right here. So these are things that like you want to do. Right? And I'm literally like looking at this as like I heard kink, very strongly. And I'm seeing like these figures right here, and it's all pink and loving. So it's almost like, this kind of like chains and whips excite me concept is coming through. And if that's you, cool, allow that fantasy to be there. I feel like fantasy is coming up as well, allow yourself to live your fantasy. I don't know if you guys know of Jack Taylor Love Art. You can look him up on Instagram. He did this shirt and his Don't Ruin My Fantasy. It was actually worn by Troye Sivan, which is really cool. So yeah, there's this concept coming through about like just being who you want to be, right? I follow a bunch of Instagrams. Guys, I'm describing energy when I like go off and tell you things. You have to be a active component in my readings to get the message, right? So I see on my Instagrams, I follow these pages who just like draw dicks. I love it, I think the art's beautiful. For so long, we worship the female body. It's time to worship the masculine. And that's kind of like this concept coming through is like you guys allowing yourself to be this free-spirited individual. This is your costume. This is what you want underneath it all. Like if you didn't have to worry about what your friends think or what your family thinks or about what society thinks. I'm like literally this lens is like if you had the ability to completely eject out of your present life and start anew or just like be who you wanted without any fear of anything. I'm seeing like you open an Instagram page and like this is who I would be is the energy that's coming through. It's very, dominant, not in a negative sense whatsoever. It's kind of a little bit assertive too. Taurus with the bombshell. Yeah, super seductive, pleasure-seeking, sensuous, okay, is coming through. Fertile is that's popping, worthy and ripe. I'm seeing a bunch of peaches right here. We got two peaches going on right there. If those figures would turn around, there's this cons and there's the bull horns. Yeah, he could be a ram, he could be a goat, he could be a bull, it could be anything with horns though. But that concept is coming through again. Very synchronistic, these cards. This concept of horns, the devil, this concept of saints and religion coming through as well with the devil. This costume, this first lens for pile one, what is the deep desire that wants to be expressed? Sexuality. There is a sensuousness and a, oh my God, shut up. I always choose really pretty books to put out here. Cool, and I just totally messed up whatever this was looking like. Sense and sensitivity or sensibility is here. LOL, look at me. That's so bizarre. That's exactly the energy that I'm picking up on, though, you guys. For pile one, there is this concept of just being sensual and sexual as well, and just like allowing some aspect of yourself to come out and be expressed, something that's just been repressed, right? I said all that focus on the female nude and the female body. It's time to, focus or give a little bit of celebration to the masculine concept. So that would talk about this entire, for centuries, females have been repressed, and especially sex has been repressed. And for the longest time, women, they just had their virtue, right? And that needs to be released. Something that I do on this channel is I read soul energy. So something I'm picking up on for pile one is there's something really deep about your soul, and it comes down to expressing yourself sensually and sexually. So if you guys don't know anything about sexual energy, it's super important to research that. Try to remove in your mind a concept of perversion around sexual energy, because at its core, sexual energy is spiritual energy. It is the actually most potent form of energy, is sexual energy. It is something you cannot remove yourself from. You're always constantly bombarded with attraction or repulsion, right? You either like an aesthetic or you don't. You like an individual's voice or you don't. You like what they're saying or you don't. You're attracted to it or you're not. That's sexual energy, So yeah, this is a concept coming through. If I could read between all of these lines for you, pile one, your costume, that lens that we're looking at, the desire to be expressed, it's sexual, right? Wearing what you want to wear, sleeping with who you want to sleep with, however many people you want to sleep with, it's up to you if you want to kiss or tail. Yeah, I'm just getting this like I'm getting rebelness, but only rebel because that's what, the vast majority of society would call it. It's not a rebel, it's just an expression of your soul. It's an honest expression of your soul. Happy to see you here in pile 1. Let's keep that card out because it looks pretty spooky. And now let's reach for, whoops, sorry, I hit the microphone, a trick, okay? So this is something that has you fooled. This is your trick. We're going to look at a treat too. This is something that has you fooled, pile 1. Okay, here we go. Oh. The Tower. Love to see all of this magicalness. Okay, your message came through very quickly. Don't get caught waiting for the other shoe to drop. I literally want you, unless you know what it means already. That's a message from the void. Here's my little void box. Don't get caught waiting for the other shoe to drop is such a profound message. It talks about you're all ready, even if you don't have everything you want, even if you don't have all the money you want, all the freedom you want, all the friends, sex, family, relationships. Even if you don't have everything that you want, you have everything right now in the present moment because you are alive. And if you are alive and you can recognize your potential as a soul, then you can bring anything in. So just because it isn't here presently right now doesn't mean that it doesn't already exist. It's just a matter of time and getting your vibration to the place where that can come in. Right now, you're in a good place, pile 1. You have plenty. You're in a time of plenty. Again, you can still have desires for more, but you're not out on the street. You're sitting using internet to watch a tarot reading, so you have plenty. It's time to get into a little bit of a higher vibration, higher than acceptance. We want to move your vibration a little bit higher to this energy of don't get caught waiting for the other shoe to drop. Allow yourself to be happy is coming through. When I saw that butterfly, I heard clear as day, free yourself. Pile 1 wants to be free. This is a limitation. It is self-imposed. That's why the devil is here as well. You guys have some serious major arcana cards. I was literally just saying the other day that I haven't seen this card come out on my channel in forever. I see lots of cards. I get the 7 of Pentacles all of the time. I get the 8 of Wands all of the time. I get the Star, the Strength card, the Magician all of the time. The Devil never comes out, neither does the Tower. And I have both of them in your reading. You're very powerful individual. You sense that power. That's why you so desperately need to free yourself, right? I shy away from that word need, yet it is very important for pile 1 to sort of pick up on, feed a little bit on the energy that I'm feeding you right now. I'm definitely exuding this energy to uplift you, to put you in your HBIC power. That is head, BITCH, and charge, HBIC. You have all of that. It is not a matter of projection, but it is a matter of you recognizing what that feels like so you can start to imbue that. Because if you can be in that vibration, you're not going to be constantly waiting for the universe to fail you, waiting for a tire to pop or a friend to break up with you, or a relationship to end. If you could, instead of being in the energy of waiting for the other shoe to drop, if you could accept all the prosperity you have right now, you're going to bring in a lot more. Okay, the biggest trick right now is your mindset. Right? The biggest thing fooling you, what do you need to shake up? What do you need to shake yourself up from? It's this feeling like the world is out to get you, right? Or that just because I have it good right now doesn't mean it's always going to be good. The only constant in nature is change, right? So what I'm getting is that it's really important for you to free yourself mentally, right? All day, that's why all day I've been seeing unicorns, and unicorns always make me think of this one card. It's probably going to be the very last card. There it is. I always think of this card right here whenever I see unicorns, and I've been seeing 4 unicorns today in different places, different cars, different things. It feels like this, right? This is who you guys are, a unicorn. In a world of dogs, you are a unicorn. Okay, but right now you are here. You are trapped. And there are many wildflowers here, got this cozy little corral. But if you could only just stand up, you could step out of this corral into this pasture where there are quadruple as many wildflowers and much more room. And it's not going to pick up a camera, but there is this teeny tiny little chain attaching this unicorn to this tree, just like these loose chains right here. And they're self-imposed. We call them self-imposed because they're loose. So loose that you could pull them over your head. So it's really important right now to internalize this concept. I need to say it again. Don't get caught waiting for the other shoe to drop, pile one. Don't get caught waiting for the other shoe to drop. Free yourself from that concept of things out to get you. That is a self-limiting belief. It is fear-based. Fear is not natural for the body to hold. It really messes you up. It really skews your perception. It can take your energy. It confuses you as well. Fear is not a natural part of the universe. It is constructed by man through manipulation. Yeah, no, this is a very powerful reading. We're getting closer to October, and I got a lot of candles lit. I got a ring on every finger today, so I shouldn't be surprised, but like there are very loud messages coming in from Spirit today. What I want to do before we go into your retreat, because I see all of this blackness, is I actually do want to draw a message from the void. So let's give this a good shuffle. Anything that comes out doesn't count. Okay, get everything back in there. Cool, we're going to give this a good shuffle and maybe just one message from the void. There are two. Oh, yep, that one makes a lot of sense for you. Okay, I'm going to read this one first because I saw it. It's so, I know who you are, pile one. You are so much more powerful than you know. Sometimes the world gets its hold on you and can really confuse situations and discourage you. And there are planets that exist who have all this energy hold on us too and sway us, and we're not taught about it. So we beat ourselves up and we experience swing of emotion or swing of energy and think it's ourselves. We always blame ourselves because we're stupid. I'm just going to use the word stupid little humans in this lifetime. And for some god dang reason, we chose to be here and to be a human. But it's really important. There have to be people in the future who teach us and remind us that we are not humans. We do not come from this plane. We don't ever want to be here probably ever again. And it's important to recognize the beauty of your soul, the power of your soul. You have a very powerful soul. Pile one. Every single individual has a powerful soul. It is being here on earth where we're exposed to repetition and things that have already existed. And our parents teach us self-limiting beliefs, not because they're bad people, but because their parents taught them the same belief systems. So here's this first message. You're scared of success only because you know that you can. You're scared of succeeding only because deeper you know that you can. And so that subconscious pictures you in that final place of desire. And in that present moment, you would not be able to do that. You would not be able to be in that present desire without feeling fear. So you don't ever go whole hog. You don't ever approach something fully. Okay, so someone who wants to be a singer, and wants to sing at the Grammys, your subconscious already went to the Grammys, already put you on stage, already is there in front of a crowd of hundreds of people, and on TV, thousands of people. You're already standing there. And you're so afraid because in your present mind, you don't even know what song you'd be singing, let alone how you could ever perform in front of that many people. But your subconscious has already created that, and it is holding you back because it is change. It is different, and that is a defense mechanism that your body does. Anything that has to do with change, it's going to repulse it because it's going to take you out of your comfort zone. Okay, you're scared of success, pile one. This is the biggest thing that's fooling you. That is why the tower came out. The tower has nothing. It's nothing to be afraid of. Fear, it's not supposed to exist. It is a product of man and manipulation, and it is toxic for the body. I think some of you are addicted to fear or adrenaline. Okay, so what we needed to really let go of, we needed to free ourselves from the mind. Okay, because the world got us a little bit warped. I'm here to remind you of the beauty and magnificence. The word magnificence is coming through of your soul. You shine extremely brightly, pile one. Whatever you're afraid of, let it go. Recognize that that emotion is not something your body is supposed to hold on to. It does things to you. And you don't have to go to that final place of desire immediately. You have plenty of time to practice singing. I just got a ding. Some of you actually do want to be singers. But it's the practice, There's time between A and B, right? And I'm hearing some of you identifying things that are very far in the future, very good for you. That's a very good thing to do. But you're looking at your place in the present and that destination in the future, and you have no clue how you could possibly go that far, or if you're even going to want to keep doing that thing once you get there. But don't look too far into the future, because the universe works with you. Your spirit guides work with you. Serendipity exists. Chance exists. There's all sorts of things that are going to help grease the wheels. The only thing that is required is belief in yourself. You got to believe in yourself, pile one. What is the second message? You can't develop a language with your guides until you accept them. Oh, wow. I don't remember writing that one at all. You can't develop a language with your guides until you accept them. Okay, so some of you are curious about occultism and developing a language with your spirit guides, but there's that concept of I can't see it, so it must not exist. I can't see the universe helping me, so it must just be me against the world. Absolutely not. Sometimes it is really helpful to be reductive and black and white. I don't like black and white thinking, and you've probably heard me say that a million times on this channel, but try this experiment for me right now. Do you think that you just die and that's it? Do you think, and I do this to myself all the time, are you literally just going to take your last breath and just be underground and decompose and that's going to be it? Do you actually believe that? If you don't believe that, you don't have to know what it looks like, what the afterlife looks like, or use whatever word you want for afterlife. But bring it all the way back down to that. Bring it all the way down to, are you going to literally just take your last breath and never exist? Research out-of-body experiences. Okay, so recognize that exists, right? Something that you cannot see. So if you can develop that faith, you have to use logic at first. And granted, yes, that is a very logical way about going about believing in the afterlife or believing in your spirit guides. But that's just what's coming through. And it really does work for me, especially if you're very logical. I get something about the mind with you guys. It's very, very strong. You don't have enough people in your life who remind you of the divinity that you have access to just by it's your literal birthright. You exist as a spark of consciousness. You are supremely divine. You're supremely divine, not because you're special, pile one, because every single being is supremely divine. So if you want to develop a language with your spirit guides, you have to accept that they exist. I don't know my spirit guides' names. And honestly, sometimes I'd rather call upon angels. I do this all the time. I feel a lot easier, a lot more reliable to call upon an angel, especially Archangel Michael. But here's the tea. As soon as you start developing a connection with them and calling upon them, that weird kind of feeling, that's change, that inner kind of turmoil, that doubt, that's another emotion we're not supposed to hold. That fear, that doubt, that goes away with time because it doesn't become as new, right? New is change. Again, change, it's always going to be repulsed by the body. So little by little, practice, just getting into, if you're having you're expecting a busy day at work or an awkward conversation with a friend or a family member, call upon your spirit guide in those moments. Just pick a specific moment and ask for a little bit of assistance, whether that's, a little bit of ease with speaking what's on your mind, or perhaps it has to do with just allowing the situation to go by very quickly, or by keeping the peace, something along these lines. Ask for one of your spirit guides to come up during those moments. And that's a good way to have the beginning of a connection developing, because you're going to see them assist you. You're still going to have to go through that scenario, but that's how the universe works. It's never going to push things for you. It's going to grease the wheels. You still have to drive the car. Okay, so here are those messages. I did not expect this reading to go like this, but wow, I am thoroughly enjoying your reading. So we have, I was going to look at a bunch of other lenses. It's just simply too long. It's already been 24 minutes. So what we're going to do is your treat. This is a blessing, a gift, or this is where you need to treat yourself. Okay. This is for pile 1, please. Oh my God. I knew it. I knew it completely. We have, the unicorn. Here's the unicorn with the horns. Literally inside this circle, right? You are divinely protected, pile 1. Okay? Your free will is sacred. Sacred in the sense that it is a law of the universe that no entity may ever interfere with your free will. Now, with all of that unlimited potential, it can become overwhelming. It can become overwhelming because you recognize that you're the only individual who has the power to change your lot in life. You had only major arcana cards come out, pile 1. Only. Remarkable, major arcana cards. There are some I couldn't give a crap about, like the Chariot, for example. Or, I don't know. But these ones, these are all pivotal. These are pivotal cards. You literally had the world come out. This is where you need to treat yourself like you are this angel right here, like you are the star that you already are, not like a star, like the star that you already are. Putting yourself on center stage so that you can become a gift for the community around you. Where do you need to treat yourself? Like you are the star that you already are. We now have another bowl coming through. The emphasis on horns, okay? I'm hearing some of you just need to knock off a pair of horns, right? I'm seeing you like having these horns on you. They are like calcified through time, and you just need to literally, just shake those horns off. Go run into it. I'm not telling you to run into a tree, but that's how we would get rid of those horns, right? Because you're a lot more pure than that, at your soul, at the heart of you. I want to draw some final little messages. I know I took that in a very kind of esoteric sense, and it's a remarkable card, the treat, and you have the best card in the deck come out. It feels like this right here, this trick, it's of course trick and treat, because right now the trick is you boxing yourself in. The trick is the mindset that you feel trapped in right now, although it is self-imposed. The treat is recognizing your potential and your value. Okay, I'm literally hearing that this reading was healing enough to you that you just literally broke a karmic cycle. If you can hold on to the vibration that I imbued throughout your reading, you just broke a huge karmic cycle. I want maybe 1 or 2 or 3 more treats. Please don't chip my nail polish. Guys, if anyone knows this, oh my God, this got stuck to my ring. I'll put it out there. Oh my God, so synchronistic. I just got chills. More than meets the eye. What if, we have no ability to know even a drop of consciousness in the entire universe because there are many universes and many galaxies, right? What if there's literally an entire planet of just unicorns? And what if they exist in the 8th dimension? What if there are more than just 12 dimensions, right? There's so much more that meets the eye. And right now, we are in the month of October, and I do believe the veil is very thin, okay? And I do believe that you guys are curious about occultism and spiritualism and witchcraft and being witchy and communicating with the dead. Always protect yourself, always, okay? However, what I'm hearing is that there are guides that really want to work with you, okay? And this is a little bit of a blessing coming through, okay? You're getting I literally just saw you wearing wool coasters as glasses and trying to perceive life. Those just fell off, right? And you don't even need glasses anymore. Okay? There is so much more to the world and your being and your beauty as a soul. Maybe like one more. What I was saying was about nails. What's this one? Good excuse. Good excuses. Not getting anything from that. But I loved your reading. I loved your reading, Pile 1, and if you did too, or if you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. It really helps my channel. I want to thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you have a very spooky rest of your October. Again, happy Halloween, happy Day of the Dead, happy spooky season. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading, and if no one has said it already, let me be the first to say happy Halloween, happy Day of the Dead, happy Month of the Dead, happy spooky season, whichever one of those works for you. I hope you guys are doing so well today. So for this reading, it is another Halloween spooky themed nope, but spread. There is another Halloween spooky spread that is on the menu for you guys today. We're going to do a trick, a treat, but I wanted to flesh it out a little bit. And we're going to check out your costume. And this lens, it's a little bit deep. Pile 1 was like really good, but it's a little bit deeper. So what is costume? How do I mean by that? This is what desire wants to be expressed. Who do you want to be deep down? Okay, so this is for Pile 2. You guys have the 6 of Cups. Innocence. Okay, so your deepest desire is childhood innocence, and it is the beginner's mindset. It is love and romance and peacefulness. You guys have a much quieter energy about you. Not in a negative sense. It just feels a lot more quiet, a lot more innocent. I think sometimes you guys spend a little bit too time dwelling on the past, especially happy memories, but we only have the present to work with in order to create more of them. So I don't know why that message needed to come out. 6 is the number of harmony. So your deepest desire is for everyone to get along. Literally, your deepest desire is for everyone to get along, for everyone to have a good time. Youth. You want to hold on to your youth. Pile 2 really wants to hold on to their youth. What else about them? This costume. Some of you desire children, okay? Some of you, no, it's like more childlike innocence, okay? So what I'm hearing is that if you struggle with beginner's mindset, try to let go of the past, because if you focus on the past, it creates depression. If you focus on the future, it creates anxiety. So for Pile 2, please talk to me about this costume. You want a passionate romance. That just keeps coming through. I'm seeing this figure here. It appears to be you. Okay, and it is the color red, which is the color of passion. And so over the head, it'd be like a hothead, right? Or a passion. It feels like passion's very important to you. Purity, innocence, as well. So what's also said about this 6 of Cups is that this figure right here, I don't know what the term is. There's an art term for something drawn to appear to look both ways. So some people see an old woman turning away, and some people see a child with golden curly hair. I struggle to see the older woman, but yeah, I don't know. But what I was hearing, one of those messages for Pile 2 is this concept of like really wanting to hold on to your youth. We have patience coming through, another 6. That's pretty cool. Okay. Jupiter in Virgo. I like to see this as well. Feels like a little bit of a blessing as far as practical steps towards improving your appearance. Okay. But I'm also seeing a union right here, right? A female and a masculine. Okay. And that's just for a very general way of speaking about a union. It could be, your union could be 2 boys like me. 6, harmony. Okay, there's something about harmony. There's something about innocence. This is what you desire underneath it all. Honestly, it could be a simple way of living, a simple life. Maybe some of you guys have worked really hard to climb a career ladder, to surround yourself with really successful people. And then, at the end of the day, what you really just require or desire is like a much quieter way of being, okay? Something to do with a love too, a great love, okay? So, we're going to take a look at a trick. We're going to take a look at a treat, but this lens, it's a little more vague. So, honestly, let's just get a little bit more from this deck, this Romance Angels deck. Soulmate. Yeah, you guys, your deepest desire is to experience a great romance and a great love. Okay, so some things that are popping is that there's a difference between partnership, relationship. There's a difference between romance and love. Those are interesting concepts, okay? Now, yeah, I just kept getting love. Of all the cards that come out, these are not all of them are very positive, okay? Pay attention to the red flags, healing family issues, love yourself first, codependency, let your friends help you, past life relationship, let go of control issues. Of all the cards, of all of them to come out, this to me says soulmate, okay? And I'm hearing it's worth waiting for. Okay, you have the card of patience that came out as well, and it is in the sign or the planet of Jupiter. So that is a blessing in my mind. So what I want to do for you guys real quick, I want to talk about this person. It isn't often that I get to talk about a soulmate. Okay. Yeah, this deep desire of your guys is real love, Now, a steady partnership is really popping, though. So someone to spend your life with, someone to grow old with. Katya. Okay. It's curious energy. And a nerd. Okay. One more. Light colored card, that's kind of random. Okay, so guys, what I am getting is that if you are not already in a soulmate connection, you will know if you are. This person that I'm picking up on appears to be your soulmate. I'm hearing that there's something unorthodox about them. I think that they look nothing like what you would expect. I'm hearing that they look nothing like what you would expect to as your soulmate, I just keep hearing partnership, okay? And some of you, I can only take the messages I'm giving you guys. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. It's over here. There's a message about not settling. If you're currently with someone and they are not like the bee's knees, they do not make you laugh, you do not feel supported, that is not necessarily the relationship you have to settle for. You designed this incarnation. I gotta believe that, because there's so much about Earth that I just find gross and ugly and crude. And so you have to believe that if you're not experiencing what you want to right now, that it's not for you and that there's something much better for you out there, okay? 10 of Cups is family, okay? 10 of Cups and 6 of Cups, definitely family, definitely divine union. Okay, so I was going to take this and almost do like a relationship reading for you guys, but that's not the point of this Halloween spooky reading. So this was just the costume, right? Underneath it all, what do you desire most? A soulmate connection. I'm hearing if you're not presently in a relationship that you feel is a soulmate connection, there are a couple things to digest. One, relationships ebb and flow, so you might just be in an ebb. That's going to be different for every person, though. Learning the difference between a partnership and a relationship is really important, too. Romance, that's something that might not be a part of your partnership, but you might want to hold on to the partnership and then open it up to experience romance outside the relationship. And for some of you, there is an A+ out there. There is a soulmate out there. If this is really resonant for you, pile 2, there is a soulmate for you in this incarnation. Be patient, okay? I'm hearing something along the lines of 6 months, okay? Even a year, because I'm getting 6 and 6. Okay? 6 months. Sorry guys, I had to sneeze. So yeah, that's it. That's the jazz. Okay. So random, so random. Interesting. Let's keep this card out though. Now I want to look at the trick. What has you fooled? This is for pile 2. This also could be something that you just need to really shake up. Okay. So for pile 2, please. What is their trick? Ace of Wands. Huh. So what I'm hearing is that intimacy is something you feel awkward about. Okay? I'm hearing this concept of pleasing yourself, and that's the trick. I'm hearing now, this is through a love reading, and I'm getting a funny little ding on my phone too. It means I'm on the nose, is what's coming through. I'm hearing that because this is the trick, not the treat, but the trick, I'm hearing that this concept of self-pleasure is not the greatest thing you could experience. Because you, have a soulmate. I literally was about to say you have a soulmate in this lifetime, and I just got a ding. I don't know if you guys heard that on camera. And so if you are feeling alone, if you're feeling like romance is not there for you, if you're feeling like you are the best sex you've ever had, well, that's the trick. Right? You got to pick up a little bit more of a spirit of adventure, okay, is coming through as well. This trick, the Ace of Wands, that's a very curious concept to come through. Okay, let's just reach for another deck. This Ace of Wands, I gotta say, it's hard to describe this without being crude. Maybe some of you guys know what this card means. So what I'm hearing is that this biggest trick is intimacy, okay? And I feel like I have hit it so hard on the nose that I don't want to flesh it out, okay? Because people who resonate with this reading, because it's very, very synchronistic to me, it makes a lot of sense. You guys really care about a soulmate, a deep connection, a very passionate connection with a lover, but you've convinced yourselves that you are the best you've ever had, or that a fling of the past was the best you've ever had. Or sometimes you get interested in brand new relationships, just the very beginning of that fling, and you love that newness, and you think that's the best you've ever had. That's the best there is to have, is that newness, that spark, that freshness, the very early stages where you're chatting with someone. Maybe you're chatting on an app, or you've gone out on a date once, the first date, the first hookup. I'm hearing that you guys think that that's the best. That's the bee's knees. That's a trick, right? Because in this lifetime, I feel like because partner kept popping for you guys, there's real soul lessons to be had when it comes to intimacy with another individual. So if you guys are not feeling great about your body, because I got that concept coming through about needing to feel beautiful and loved, gotta love yourself first. And that's just how it is. It's a cliche until you can decipher it. You gotta love yourself first for whatever size, shape that you are, however you look. You can always change your appearance. You can use glamours, or you can go to the gym, or you can use affirmations, you can use magic. You can always change your appearance. You gotta love yourself first. That's gonna open up and pave the way to closeness and intimacy. The biggest trick is thinking that you're the best you've ever had. and that there's no one out there. There's no one out there to go the whole distance with you. This trick, please. I'm hearing jumping from relationship to relationship, that concept of newness coming through, okay? Moving around a lot is popping as well. You see at the bottom of this card, there's a river snaking through, and there's a river snaking through here as well. Both of them give me this distant view and this spirit of adventure. And I just get this concept of moving around all the time because I can sense in your soul a little bit of unease or repulsion because you're looking at yourself, what you look like as a human, and you're judging yourself from the concept of a human's mind, and you're lacking the scope of your soul. Your soul goes beyond the vessel, the human vessel. It goes on for eons, for lifetimes, for infinity. And so it's really important to remember time to time your divinity, and to recognize that you're not the human meat sack looking at yourself in the mirror. You are in this lifetime, so have fun with that. But remember, you're going to go on. So this constant searching outside of yourself, I feel like for the perfect one for some of you, but also for love and for beauty, looking outside yourself, it starts with the biggest trick right now. You got to accept yourself. I feel like a little bit you're rejecting something about your body, okay? Or something about intimacy, something about love. That's what's coming through. Okay, you guys, I don't really want to go any further with that. So let's move forward. Now we're going to look at a treat, okay? This is where you might treat yourself. This is a blessing. For pile 2, please. The Death card. Wow. Killing your idols. This makes perfect sense for me, you guys. Okay, so this card is like, you can't idolize any individual, right? Or any people's relationship that you see on TV. There's this concept of struggle as a part of relationship. There's this concept of you can't escape struggle in life. You're not going to be in a struggle always, but if you resist life, you'll be stuck in a struggle. Life isn't all about perfection and ease because there'd be no lessons. Sometimes the best way to learn a lesson is through struggle or through a difficult lens, right? And we just lack that perspective in this incarnation to perceive it as that, as such. And so we look at it as a struggle when it could literally be the best teacher for us ever. So this treat is a death card. Do you know what it says to me? Rebirth. I'm getting a strong concept of rebirth and rising, phoenix rising from the ashes. So this concept, again, of two young people coming through. Here's our figure in blue, the red hat, and we just got a ding behind us. And then this figure with the blonde hair and the long dress, kind of older here. Her hand has always looked very provocative to me. I've always thought that. I just got a ding behind me as well. Try not to be, too PG-13. She literally looks like she's touching herself in that. So, and that's literally, you guys, I just got another ding. That's what this card says. Okay, and that's the trick. So I feel like there is a very strong message about finding intimacy outside of the relationship with yourself. Being willing to share yourself with another individual. I love this. This is like totally off in 1000% different direction than pile 1. But it makes a lot of sense. We got to get rid of any ideas of who we used to be or what a relationship should look like or has to look like, especially when it comes to what this person looks like. Remember, because I was getting that concept of they're not going to look anything like you thought they would. But there's something about them that's more partnership. They're here for the long haul. I'm not saying that this person's ugly. I'm just saying that based on, what if you had been dating, older people for a long time and this person's younger, or you were dating men for a long time and this person's trans, or this person identifies as a woman, that's the concept coming through of this person looking nothing like what you originally thought. or had always pictured, the most romantic soulmate of yours to look like. What I love to see is a harvest rose up here, and this is the treat. So I feel like, especially in matters of love and romance and the relationship with yourself, especially through those lenses, the best is yet to come. Your best years, your most abundance through those perceptions, through those lenses, through loving yourself, being intimate with another individual, through love and relationships, the best years are to come. You have a soulmate in this lifetime, You absolutely do. Of all the cards to come out, right? And so this death card, it's kind of like celebrating anything of the past, letting that go so that you can finally experience what you really want to. Letting go of any ideas, pining over a lost lover is coming through, whether that lover has passed on or whether that relationship has passed, right? There's a concept of needing to let go of a sunny period, a sunny relationship in your life in order to embrace something else, something new. And this is a treat. This spiritual rebirth, it could also just be an emotional rebirth. This is you looking at yourself in the mirror with fresh eyes. Beginner's mindset was the first thing that popped for your guys' reading, and the concept of innocence and purity. Yeah, those are popping. What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to draw some extra little messages. Your reading was a little bit shorter. Very concise though. And what I'm going to do is a trick and a treat. And probably have to sneeze first. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to literally get up and blow my nose. I don't know what is going on, but there is something in the air that has got me. It's doing me dirty. Oh, we had 2 messages pop out. This is going to be the trick. Now let's get the treat. Since there are 2, we'll get 2. Nope, I saw what that looked like. Sorry. 2, please. Okay. So here is the trick. Superpower and Garden. Garden read immediately as Empress, and superpower lies within. I just heard that it's below your perception. Okay, so we really need to garden and grow our superpower in order to find new roads and experience a new beginning. I love this circle as well. This literally says find new roads. The Spirit of Adventure, the Ace of Wands. Okay. The Death card, rebirth as well. Cycles, I'm seeing a spiral galaxy, and every lesson you learn is like another circle on that spiral going outwards for infinity. I think something that's coming through as well is you guys keep moving, whether that's locations or people. And the root of that is discomfort within. And I'm not trying to read you for filth. That's just one thing I do really well on this channel is pick up on soul energy. And there is this discomfort within. You're always looking for perfection. You're always looking at the past. You're always idolizing past centuries, movies, past times, relationships that other people have. This card says kill your idols, because what they tell you subconsciously is you're not worthy of them and you're never going to be able to achieve them. The fact of the matter is you're supposed to leapfrog the teacher. You're supposed to get better than who you learned from. You're supposed to. Otherwise, history and humanity would only regress instead of ever progressing. Okay, you guys, could definitely keep going. Feeling like this is the end of your reading, though. I know it was a little heavier. But I work with, what I am shown, and this is what I'm shown. Have patience, okay? Some real lessons that I can't learn for you. I know that's tough love going on right there, but I do have a confirmation that there is a soulmate in this lifetime for you. It is a deep desire for you guys to experience a long-lasting romantic love, and that is in the cards. I see that for you. I hope you have a great rest of your spooky season, a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world, and until next time, stay divine. Hey, Pile of Three, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. Happy Halloween, if no one has said that to you yet. Happy Day of the Dead, Month of the Dead, spooky season, whatever relates to you most. So what we're going to do today is a trick-or-treat reading. We're going to take a look at something that's fooling you, and then take a look at a blessing or some way to treat yourself. But I also want to take a look at another lens. I felt two wasn't enough. We're going to do your costume. So this lens, it can be a bit deep. Okay, so this costume, do you know what this signifies? It's talking about what desire wants to be expressed. What do you want to be deep down, or what do you want to experience deep down? So let's start first with this costume. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, very curious. Your desire, you want to experience the most fated life is coming through. This is a very, very interesting card to describe your costume. Very interesting. There are lots of guides, lots of spirit guides on this card. So you must want to be very divinely connected. But there's this concept of karma. And I saw the very first thing was you driving. And it wasn't necessarily you want a new car. Like your deepest desire isn't a new car. And what do you want to be right now, deep down? It's like, what is this, Spirit? It's literally like you driving. Like you want to be the maker is curious. I'm not getting this concept of you wanting to be God or the creator, but it's like you want the most fabled or fantasy or most fantastical life that just feels like driven by karma, or you just want the Wheel of Fortune to spin into your favor, to bless you. We'll get into your blessing when we take a look at a treat that you can expect. Now, this Wheel of Fortune card, I'm not going to get a second tarot card, but what I'm going to do is grab a different energy. Wheel of Fortune. This is for pile 3. This is their costume. I'm hearing it's like you want to be blessed is coming through, but it's like you want the most why am I hearing the word rambunctious? You want the most loud life. Okay, so it's like you want you want it all. Pile 3 wants it all. You want the love of a lifetime. You want to live in your ideal location. You want to have the most incredible job, car, relationships with friends and family. And you want to clear the books. I'm hearing it's like you want this lifetime to set the record straight. Ooh, that was clear. You want this lifetime to set the record straight. I feel like you guys have been dealt some interesting karmic hands in past lives. Can I see a past life, please? Generosity. That feels very much here. I was already linked into these cards before I asked that question. It doesn't really work. I can see that. That's very synchronistic. In past lives, I felt like you were a little bit poor, right? Kind of here in this energy. And I literally, it is kind of that concept of being God up there, isn't it? You know, we have Jupiter or Saturn, bestowing all these blessings to the people below. And it was that concept of not wanting to be God. It wasn't like a God complex coming through, but I guess just generosity from the universe. Okay. Pile 3, they really want generosity from the universe. They want the Wheel of Fortune to spin in their favor. They want to experience a grand blessing. They want some fated event to move through their life. To 5, change things for the better is what's coming through. This is the costume. Your deepest desire. I'm not satisfied yet. I'm not satisfied with this. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. This is for pile 3. The Wheel of Fortune, your desire. I keep seeing, for some reason, and here, actually, I'll just do this. A famous actor in a famous place. Okay, like Saint-Tropez. Okay, or Madrid. Somewhere like that. And I just see that as the energy. You want to be a celebrity. You want to be well known. You want to shift history. You came here to be a gift for humanity. That's the deep message that I can pull from what I'm getting. The Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're here to begin a new cycle, but it's like with humanity. It's a concept of like the wheels of life grind slowly, but grind exceedingly finely. Okay, so there's something about the wheel grinding. I don't know. Clearing the decks is coming through. Clearing energy. Let's get one more card. I'm going to actually reach for this deck. This is for pile 3, please. And I could have already hit on several things. I'm just looking for that aha moment. You know, the cards, they are very, obviously very synchronistic. But for pile 3, please. The spider. Shut up. That's so funny. Right? Dreaming, weaving a new world into being, okay? It's a 7. It's a number of divinity as well. Weaver, though, right? And Weaver of Fate, okay, is coming through as well. And these are said to be the fates right up here, okay? Now, but it's also karma and destiny. Something about like a spirit of adventure, but it's not that. It's much bigger. It's like a movie. You want to live your life as if it were a movie, or you want to be a movie star. But it's almost like you don't care about the role. You just want the most like cosmically divine life. The spider fate, the spider weaving, the spider language, cultism, witchcraft, something about like, what is this? It's so curious to me. I'm just very, very intrigued by you guys. This message about wanting the most divine life, wanting a life that's very, very blessed, but has all these interesting things that happen to you. The most like karmic events coming through, the most serendipitous events coming through. I'm seeing Slumdog Millionaire. Rag to Riches story is coming through as well. Yeah, I gotta leave it here. I'm gonna be way too invested and I have to be a little bit removed in order to perform well for you guys. So let's move forward. That's the costume. We're gonna take a look at a trick. So what's got you fooled or where to shake yourself up? This is for pile 3. What is the biggest trick in their life going on right now? Yeah, that would explain it, you guys. Wanting all this fortune, the biggest trick going on in your life right now is the 5 of Pentacles. Either this is a low self-worth or, I just got a ding, low self-worth is the message, okay? I think that there are aspects in your life right now that you should grasp. I just got a ding, cool. There are aspects in your life that are assisting you that you should grasp, okay? That are helping you, even though you might want more freedom or you desire self-autonomy. That's what it is. The spider weaves the web and creates its own fate. Your biggest desire is self-autonomy. You understand that money equals freedom. And so you really desire a lot of money as well, because it creates freedom for you so that you can express yourself authentically. And to follow your deepest passions and deepest desires, there is a real sense of adventure and seeking different horizons. You're here to incarnate and literally, like, I'm hearing you want to be a soul on earth, right? You want to come down, that would, yes, I got a ding. That would be the God thing I kept picking up on. It's like you literally want all your, that makes sense. You want your faculties as a soul in this human life. There you go. And I feel like I'm picking up on you feeling trapped in your human body and, wishing you could escape it. The flesh vessel that you're in, okay? Now, it is just one incarnation. It is just one cycle, okay? You already have a really incredible life, okay? You already have a really incredible life. Lots of experiences. I'm talking about outside of this incarnation, right? You've already experienced so much. All of that exists within you. It's a matter of getting into the right vibration through meditation or tantra. Something like this is coming through. And in order to access those past lives or past memories or past information that you know deep down. For some reason, I'm really getting a strong message about Akashic record with the spider. I'm seeing the spider weave letters on the web, and that being the origination of the alphabet. Okay? Something about witchcraft and speaking stuff into existence is coming through. Now I'm looking at this Wheel of Fortune as a spider's web. Okay? Now, rag to riches was a message that came through, was it not? And then we have this rags going on right here. So that's very synchronistic. And what I'm picking up on is this trick. This trick, the Five of Pentacles. It's a little bit low self-worth. So my immediate medicine is remind yourself that you're a soul, having a human experience. Okay. For others of you, accept the reality of your current situation. Yeah, you want more freedom. Yes, you want more self-autonomy. Right now, rejecting that existence is only going to prolong the time until you have more self-autonomy. Whatever system is in place right now, whether it's a job you don't really like, whether it's a relationship or a location you're not thrilled about, that has the potential to change always. You can always weave and dream a new world into a being. But right now I'm hearing that it's a necessary ingredient to get where you want to go, and rejecting the reality of your situation is causing you to exhaust energy, it's wasting energy. It's just wasted energy. So grasping the contradictions of your life, okay, is coming through. Accepting your situation, accepting your financial situation. I'm hearing that you have enough, or there is a support system in place. So rely upon it for the time being. Okay? The trick going on in your life right now is what's being illustrated in this card. We have two beggars striding by in the snow, a church with a stained glass window that's glowing, representing warmth. Okay? And yet they're just driving right on by. They need to go inside the church where there is warmth. Okay? But there's this concept of striding on by. Can't see it. Can't see the church. Can't see the warmth in there. Just see it as a building, right? And it's like they want their own house. And they're looking at the church as like, oh, the church has their own house, but I don't. But the reality is they go in the church. That's what the church is there for. And they could be warm right now if they would only allow that assistance and support. Okay, so there's something about your current situation that you're a little bit resisting. And it's like, grasp that, okay? Because as soon as you like acknowledge it and allow that to be, you're going to be able to, okay, what I'm seeing is like you're in the middle of a lake. And there is a dock, and the lake is super, super turbulent, and you're just wishing for everything to stop moving, but you're what's it called? Treading water right by this dock. Okay, you're exhausting yourself. All you need to do is climb on top of the dock. The dock's not going to stop moving until the waves go down. So yes, it's going to be moving, right? You want everything to be still though. But do you want to die while treading water, or do you want to get out of the water and get on the dock? right? That's exactly what I'm being shown right now. It's like if you could just hold on to the dock, maybe the waves would subside, or you could haul yourself out before you exhaust yourself by treading water. There's some illusion going on right now. I'm seeing that being represented by the snow. It's almost like you're looking at things too black and white. You're not allowing the nuance. You're not allowing room in between. Okay? Definitely an energy pile 3 of accepting your current situation because it's helping you, right? And by rejecting it, you're hurting yourself or you're using energy in an unproductive way. Very cool. I felt that was very illuminating for you. Let's move forward and focus on a treat. This is where you could treat yourself, or this is a blessing. Spirit, this is for pile 3. What is a treat we have for them? What's a treat that we have for pile 3? Oh my God. I cannot make this up. I do also have a remarkable connection with this deck of cards, though, I will say. Is that not the very embodiment? What could you want more than this? The King of Pentacles. Really? Self-autonomy because you have all the money that you desire. It's not a bad thing to want wealth in this lifetime and fortune, because that literally does mean freedom. So there is a concept coming through. I got this from Elizabeth April. She talks a lot about consciousness. I think I mentioned this once before on my channel. She asked us viewers once to list all the things we value. And I want you to do it right now. Off the top of your head, 3 things. Go. What do you value the most? I'll show you what I did. Creativity, self-autonomy, freedom. I'm pretty sure those were the exact same 3 things that I mentioned. I did get self-autonomy in there, but you know what I didn't mention? Money. You have to value money in order to bring more of that to you, okay? So that could be customers who have money, right? Because if you value creativity, well, do I lack creativity? No, I'm a very creative individual. But if I could focus more on the value of money, right? And that's that message that's coming through. So your value system, okay, what you value in life, okay. So try to incorporate words that associate value and money together. I think that would be very useful for you guys. But that was just a little bit of a sidetrack message. I think that this is so friggin' funny. Your blessing, your treat, the King of Pentacles, okay? Is that literally not our Zeus ruler right there? So what this says to me is that there is definitely money on the horizon. This to me looks like a career, okay? This is reading to me as a blessing of fortune. Truly, it's the King of Pentacles. This person has a message to deliver about patience, okay? And here's the tea. If you're constantly saying you don't have something, that's going to reaffirm your reality. There's something about accepting your current financial situation or the current state of your health. I think some of you really desire health. I think there was someone in here. There was a message I was relaying about feeling trapped in the body. I think someone in here suffers from a physical disability, and astral projection or astral travel is a message coming through. That's what the spider says to me. You should research that, but let me let that message go, because the stronger one that's coming through is the concept of accepting your current situation right now. It's going to give you it's gonna be able to be what you want. It's gonna put your feet on the ground as a soul. Because if you keep rejecting what you currently have or what you're experiencing because it's not enough, your feet are never gonna touch the ground. You're always just gonna be willy-nilly, just like floating about, right? And in order to be like on the ground as a little mini god on earth, as you know, your deep desire is to literally be a spiritual being on earth, not a human, but a spiritual being. You got to accept some truth of a situation as assisting you. It is already assisting you. We have literally the most incredible synchronistic clarifier right here with generosity. We're shining stars down onto the poor or the people or the masses down here, okay? And what I feel like you could benefit from is recognizing that what you have right now is assisting you towards your desire for more self-autonomy and money and financial freedom and liberty and health as well, and just the freedom to go wherever you want in the world and to experience everything that you desire. What you have right now, that current situation, where you live, who you're with, whatever your job is, even if you don't like it, it's a building block. And when you accept that, your feet are going to touch the ground and then you're going to be able to walk. You can't walk towards the horizon you want if you haven't even decided to be okay with where you are, right? I just see you like hovering, and we need to put your feet on the ground so you can actually get traction and move. I'm seeing this sometimes when I sprint, I get this really weird sensation where it feels like my soul is like literally 20 strides ahead of me and I can't run fast enough or get enough traction, and that's what I'm picking up on. It's like if you're in the air, you're losing. Okay, so what I'm seeing is hurdling, right? And when you hurdle, it's one thing to go very high over the hurdle and not to touch it. You stand a chance of not tripping yourself. That's good. I suffered from breaking my collarbone once hurdling. So this message, though, it's you got to get over the hurdle quickly, right? The best advice I got while hurdling was in college, and it's about snapping your leg down, not having the most beautiful form to get over the hurdle and to clear it. It's about getting over it quickly, because do you know why, pile 3? You lose time in the air, right? Being in the air. Of course, this card would describe that, right? There's no person here. You're in the middle of the air, right? And we want to put that wheel on the ground so it can gain traction so you can move forward. Okay, so with hurdling again, you lose time just in the air. You're very slow in the air. You have nowhere to go but be in the air until you land. You are faster when you're touching the ground because you can propel yourself. So there's a real strong concept coming through of get your feet out of the air, be on the ground, accept the reality of a current situation because it's there to help you. So that trick or that treat that I see for you, though, is literally the King of Pentacles, you guys. It is what you desire. It is coming in this lifetime. I will not talk about time because timelines shift and every individual has a different level of self-autonomy and willpower. It's impossible to portray time accurately in a general psychic reading, but I can tell you for a fact that there is wealth, financial security, independence, in your cards. Absolutely. So cool. So I do believe that this is the end of your reading, pile 3, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. I hope you have a very spooky rest of your Halloween season, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine. Hi, pile 4. Happy Halloween. If no one has said it to you yet, happy Day of the Dead, Month of the Dead. Happy spooky season. I hope you guys are doing so well today. Welcome to your trick or treat reading. I did want to throw on another lens, though, trick or treat. We are going to take a look at both of those, perhaps something that's fooling you and then a way to treat yourself or a blessing on the horizon. We are definitely looking at those, but I wanted to add one more, and it's called the costume, and it's been very revealing so far in piles 1, 2, and 3. This costume is who you want to be deep down, or what great desire wishes to be expressed. So let's start for you, pile 4, with this lens, the costume. You guys have the 9 of Cups. Wow. Emotional satisfaction. It's also kind of like the Make-A-Wish card. So I'm hearing your deepest desire is to be emotionally satisfied. This isn't necessarily about accolades or material things. This is inner satisfaction. Kind of this concept of having everything going on in a perfect balance in your life. You do, however, want to be successful, and there's this slant message that's coming through. I'm looking at all these cups up here. I almost called them trophies because that's what I was thinking. Trophies are accolades. That's very important to you. There is a measure of success. You just wish to feel very successful in this lifetime. So, with this red hat going on top of your head, and I see red stockings at your feet, I think that you guys have a lot of natural drive and willpower about you. I'm hearing a strong Sagittarius rising placement or a Sagittarius placement as well. That seems to be coming through. Doesn't have to be you, though. Now, it's almost like just kind of like, it's like I'm seeing you at the end of your life, having a lot that you have achieved, and just wanting to have it all done is coming through. Like, almost like your career and early retirement, basically, is what I'm getting after. Kind of like having this very satisfied life, is coming through at the end of your life, wanting to feel very emotionally satisfied too. So good, strong relationships with people, with a lover, but with friends too. Publicity, yeah, that's what I thought. So, okay, so we have, Jupiter is a blessing in Leo. This is exactly what I seem to be picking up on. You know how this angel right here is touching this star? And this one star that it's touched, it's glowing yellow, and yellow is all around here, okay? So what I feel like is that it's like you want to reach for your star potential and achieve it in this lifetime. I literally am picking up on you as being this angel almost, and it's like, do you see who I am? Do you see this right here? This is what I'm hearing for you guys. It's like you're touching this star, and you're like, that's who I am. And now I'm seeing like a star on the Hollywood boardwalk, sidewalk, whatever it is, boardwalk, lol. Maybe some of you guys are from New Jersey. Anyways, though, it's like you've reached it, you've touched it. And there's this concept of fame and notoriety coming through as well. It's really important for you guys to be well done, well known. Well done, though, right? That's what I feel like here. It's like you want to be at the end of your life and just feel well done, right? Have experienced a lot of love, a lot of success, a lot of travel, a lot of going around and meeting new people, a lot of exposure. And so at the end of your life, you're very tender, you're very satisfied, you're very well done. Now I'm seeing like this figure in his little turkey coma after Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner, whatever you guys celebrate, and just being so full of life. This is interesting. Again, it's very different than either pile 1, 2, or 3. This feeling of being well done. But also there is definitely success because you have 9 and you have Jupiter, which is about expansion and abundance. Okay, so a life well lived is very important to you. And that might sound very simple or cliche, but I think that's at the heart of your soul. You just want a life well lived. This is your costume. Is there anything else I want to pull on this? No, I feel like this is good. Let's move this here. We're going to keep perhaps both of these cards out. Now, let's take a look at the trick first. This is where perhaps you have yourself fooled. Perhaps this could also be like what needs to be shaken up. Okay, so for pile 4, please, what is the biggest trick going on in their life? 2 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, your ambition. Okay. If I could look at this from an eagle-eyed perspective, it's like juggling so much because you want it all, right? You're not interested in one trophy. You have literally 9 over here. You have the card of publicity and touching your star. Touching your star potential is what I'm picking up on. Ooh, okay, so this is very curious because, I'm looking at these pentacles less as pentacles, but as 2 stars. Do you see this emphasis right here, pile 4? How we have a star in the center and it has this yellow border around it, this yellow glow. It's like both of those right here. For some reason, I'm feeling like I just heard spreading yourself thin because you have, a lot of drive and willpower like we picked up on. You have a lot of drive and willpower. And so you do have the ability to spread yourself in two directions. But what I'm hearing is that, and usually I get this card as cross-pollination, which is very good for artists or entrepreneurs, dipping your hand in multiple baskets. It creates a really good synergy between those two seemingly opposing career choices or passion pursuits. But what I'm getting, because this is to be interpreted as a trick, what I'm getting is that there's this idea of doing two things at once, and it's like spreading your energy. Because you want to achieve both of them, but it's like you're trying to achieve both of them at once. And it's causing a little bit of the sea behind you to be turbulent, right? The sea always talks about infinity. However, at this horizon line, we can see it's quite choppy. We can definitely pick up on where the water is and where the sky is. So that doesn't really illustrate this concept of infinity. And you really want to reach infinity. You really want to reach your star potential all the way to the star, quite literally touching the star set at infinity. And so I feel like there's this concept, because we have Terra right here, which represents the earth, and now we have the earth, we have the pentacles going on right here. There's definitely a concept of being a little bit ungrounded in your pursuit. And that happens, I feel like, when we spread ourselves a little thin, when we go after perhaps two things at once. And I'm not trying to get you to quiet your ambition or your drive, not at all. I'm just trying to get you perhaps to focus on one of them, because you're going to be able to channel all of your energy and messages and star potential into that one thing. So allow that one thing to reach its pinnacle so that you can place that trophy on your mantle. And I know that sounds maybe crude or crass or just like clunky, but if I could really just see that it's important to you to be successful. I am hearing that there are so many times in past lives that you have gotten second place. There's so many lifetimes before you, so many competitions and things of that nature where you've gotten second place. And it's because you're kind of like, if I could look at the root, it's based out of fear, because you're entertaining two paths because you don't feel like you could put all your eggs in one basket. But we shouldn't be operating from a fear. It's certainly not the root or not the foundation, because you don't have anything to be afraid of. Fear is not natural. Okay, it's really bad for the body. It causes turbulence, right? And it causes things to be warped, right? So we can't see horizon. We can't sense our potential. We can't see infinity. We can't, it's no longer there. We have this tiny ship that we are putting, profits into and kind of sending air into. And we have this giant ship. And it's like, I'm seeing this ship, it's almost crested the wave. And instead, if we had utilized some of our resources and wind, I don't know why that's coming through, instead of this ship getting that and we put all of it into the big ship, it would have already crested that wave because it's so close to the top anyways. So there's this concept coming through of either a project you have started and it's like on the back burner and it's like got to let that one be completely done, but you're keep starting little projects is what's coming up and juggling a lot. Oh, and I literally made that stink about the red hat, and that's coming through again. I also could barely see red tights right here, yet I commented on those, and now you can clearly see the red tights going on right here. So your drive and willpower and passion right now, I feel like it's a little bit skewing things, and this isn't necessarily negative. It's just going to take a lot longer and going to be more difficult for you than it has to be. Right? We're trying to get you to realize how important it is to kind of bring one thing all of the way through. And just because you are really good at juggling things and managing energy doesn't mean that that's the very best way. Right? Because remember, this is the trick. Usually I wouldn't interpret this card necessarily in this way. It depends on, the messages I get, but that's what I'm getting from this one, right? It's like two opposing projects. Let's see if there's like anything going on that I can... Patience is a virtue. Yeah. But we do have Jupiter coming in again with Virgo. So this is about organization and getting your ducks in a row. And I'm hearing like using the right amount of energy, right? Someone who has patience has faith and trust. That's what you need as your foundation, not fear, right? Not having two things juggling in case one of them doesn't pan out, because you're feeding that all of the energy instead of utilizing any of that energy to go into this second pursuit. You could put all of it into this one and focus all of your attention on this one, because you see right here, this person has their attention focused on this one in their hand. And this one behind them kind of offset almost. It could literally, it feels like it's just about to slip out of the hand, and I almost want it to. So because we have, this blessing of Jupiter expansion in the sun of Virgo with patience, there's a concept coming through about getting really organized and a practical sense, right? We have the real emphasis on earth coming in again, right? We have this green shading going on with earth right here, and that same green shading right here, this woman planted firmly on the ground. Very patient, right? Giving me this concept of the King of Pentacles. You know how he's literally been so patient, he's grown into his throne with the grapes, and his abundance. So there's no concept of worry or fear or doubt. Okay, so let's, just to reiterate this trick, feel like we're putting our attention on like two pursuits, and you're splitting yourself in half, right? And we can see that here too. The divine female, divine feminine, divine masculine. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm just seeing the concept of splitting in two. But we want to reach divinity, right? Because as our perfect soul, we are neither male nor female. Right, so there's no more split. And maybe this trick is, for some of you, it's you're trying to make this one path be two for some reason, and it doesn't need to be. Right? I'm seeing the staff of Hermes, and you know how it's the intertwined DNA strand, or just like intertwined snakes. I'm seeing that it doesn't have to be two. For some reason, this is coming through really strongly for you, pal. It doesn't have to be two. What does that mean for you? It's going to be something probably different for each of us, but it's like, this is just energy, so I don't want you to think that I think you're a writer. Maybe you are, but it would be like a writer who is writing a book, and a writer who is writing poetry. And it's like, what if you put those things together, and that's the star thing? It's like trying to spread your talents too thin. That's another message coming through for this trick. It's like you think that you have to compartmentalize your talents and your abilities. Rather, it is, you got to put them together. There's something about two opposing forces. I'm hearing that for half of you, it's this concept of blending and making two one. And for others of you, it's dropping or setting aside one right now to bring the other completely through, to get that accolade, to have that success, to know what that feels like, and then you can move on to the next one. Okay, so let's just move those there. Okay, so we're going to take a look now at a treat. So this could be a blessing, a gift. This could be also where you could stand to treat yourself. This is for pile 4. What is their treat? Aw, that's great. I love to see this, you guys. And the cornucopia on the ground, too. The blessing. Oh, you have a little pumpkin right there. Happy Halloween again. I'm in, like, the spookiest mood today. I looked at the calendar, and it was, like, October 25th, and I was like, OMG. Every day between now and the 31st, I gotta out-spook myself. And I am an extra sensitive who has very strict boundaries with the spirit world, just because it really rattles me to be in communication with spirit for some reason, and I just feel like I can't put that on my plate at this time. But yesterday I let myself watch this haunting video where these people did some paranormal experimentation. There's a better word there. I totally lost it. And I let myself get a little spooked yesterday. So that pumpkin, really set me off. Anyways. So this is your blessing, friendship. Cheer, parties, right? I feel like something coming for you guys is this concept of celebration. And do you know what I'm picking up on? We started with the cups, and now we also have this element of the cups. Look at you. You're this figure in the red gown, celebrating a victory, celebrating success. is coming through as well. And it's like, here's your cup that you finally get to place on your mantle. I see you taking this concept and bringing it all the way through, and there's this element of celebration as well. This could also be a person or a friendship coming through. And because I'm picking up on that, I want to just grab some of these little cards. I'm picking up on kinship and friendship, maybe soul family, a new best friend is coming as well. There's this concept of friendship. Total flirt. I like that. It might be something more for some of you. Younger than you. Yeah, there's this element of youth coming through. Maybe one more. And older, LOL. Younger, older. So something about, there's like this dynamic concept coming through between age. Okay. I just heard age as but a number as well. This person, I think that there could be multiple friends and multiple suitors. I do get this as kind of a split energy. For some of you, this is friendship. It's like one good best friend. For others of you, it's more along the lines of multiple suitors. I think you're very attractive right now, pile 4. There's something about multiple suitors, multiple people interested in you, high vibes, lots of invitations to parties coming through as well. Concepts of celebration. So I feel like you are celebrating things right now is what's coming up. I did want to draw some final messages. Get some tiny messages. Okay, so this card flew out. Wearing your heart on your sleeve, and it's also red. Okay, that's kind of what's coming through as well. Because you're adorned in red, right? Your passion. And letting passion guide you, but I'm also hearing letting your heart guide you, which is very, very positive as well. I do see intimacy here as well. You have the card of total flirt. I feel like we're describing your energy, right? I think another treat coming through is this concept of you just feeling very, very good. Very, very on top of yourself, on top of your SHIT. Let's get perhaps one more. And rising above the status quo, that's something really important to you, and I'm picking up on that as a treat. Okay, so I do believe that this is the end of your trick-or-treat reading pile 4. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great rest of your spooky season and have a great happy Halloween and a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine.